Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Build of the Week is a video series that showcases interesting character builds created by Path of Exile community members. This week's character is a level 88 Marauder in the Warbands League that uses Vaal Ground Slam as its primary skill. Ordinarily, Vaal skills are limited by having to gather the souls of slain monsters, and so can only be used infrequently. This build greatly accelerates the rate at which souls are gained, so each use of Vaal Ground Slam can potentially charge the next. This is accomplished using several unique jewels that can only be obtained through Vaal Orb Corruption. The first, Chill of Corruption, grants a high chance to earn an additional Vaal Soul each time an enemy is shattered. Sacrificial Harvest then grants a further chance for Vaal Souls when enemies are killed. With each enemy granting several souls, this build aims to shatter as many as possible each time it uses Vaal Ground Slam. Enemies need to be frozen in order to be shattered, so this build uses the Hatred Aura as its primary source of cold damage, and invests heavily in critical strike chance. 4 copies of the Vaal Sentencing Jewel are used to provide a massive increase to the critical strike chance of Vaal skills. Hegemony's Arrow is an ideal weapon because it lets Vaal Ground Slam's guaranteed knockback grant power charges, further boosting critical strike chance. It's important to use Vaal Ground Slam in the middle of as many enemies as possible in order to maximize the resulting Vaal Souls, so damage mitigation techniques such as Fortify are key to survival. The Smashing Strike's notable passive also allows these critical strikes to grant endurance charges, further mitigating incoming damage. When the character is low on Vaal Souls, Cyclone is used as a fallback. It lacks the screen clearing potential of Vaal Ground Slam, but it can be useful against lone enemies that would otherwise be a waste of souls to deal with individually. Vaal skills don't cost mana, so this character is free to reserve most of it using Hatred, Herald of Ash, and Arctic Armor. Its other skills are generally linked to blood magic instead. Vaal Ground Slam is linked to increased area of effect, melee physical damage, Fortify, added fire damage, and multi-strike. The multi-strike support gem is important because it allows the skill to hit 3 times per charge. The character's gear focuses on armor, life and resistances, and critical strike chance. This alternate art Malagaro's Virtuosity is ideal for this build's crit focus, and this character uses Abyssus to maximize its damage. This character's passive tree is structured around the 6 jewel slots required to run its combo, and 3 additional endurance charges it uses to enhance its defenses. On the way, it grabs staff and 2-handed weapon damage along with life and armor wherever possible. The Disemboweling Cluster is important to this build's offensive capabilities as it represents a significant source of melee critical strike chance and multiplier. Vaal Ground Slam's critical strikes can't be evaded, so reflected damage is an inevitable concern. The Unyielding Notable is also useful for mitigating damage spikes from packs of monsters, but won't help against Reflect because reflected damage can't crit. The build guide offers several tactics for mitigating reflected damage, but for hardcore leagues it's recommended to take out reflecting monsters using lower DPS skills first. The unique jewels required along with Hegemony's Era can make this build difficult to construct, but it's possible to replace most of its items with rares and do a Vaal Ground Slam build on a lower budget. You just need to make sure you still have the damage and crit chance to replenish your souls. If you'd like to submit a build for next week's episode, just post a build guide in the class forums on pathofexile.com. Thanks for watching and see you next time.